speech, he occupies himself in the 613 commandments, right? A person's speech is immersed in the study of Torah. When you read the Torah, you read it with the physical words. Why do we have to read with our verbal? People always say, why do I have to verbally do it?
When you said the words, you articulated in thought and in speech and in action.
Like, if you look in the Gemara, it always talks about the brachas, you have to say it verbally. The learning you have to do it physically.
That's the answer I made.
So, through a person's speech, he occupies himself with saying over the commandments, saying over the mitzvahs, saying over beautiful things. And with his power of thought, he comprehends all that he is capable of understanding in the paradise, right? So through his physical action, he could do the mitzvah of biyah, he could do the mitzvah of tefillin, he could do the mitzvah of tzitzis, only through physical action. But through his speech, he could learn the whole Torah. He could do all these mitzvahs of speech. There's a lot of mitzvahs, 100 mitzvahs a day we do during davening. How many mitzvahs do you do a day during davening? How many brachas you say? How many mitzvahs you do a day just by verbally saying something? 100 mitzvahs. You get 100 mitzvahs. Birchas Hamazon, you get 3. You bench 3 times a day, right?
Except Yom Kippur.
You say Shemona Esrei, that's 18 blessings.
Yeah, you say more, right?
You say Baruch Shamar. Say Yishtabach, that's a bracha.
On Shabbos? No, on Shabbos.
What else you say? 2 brachas before Shema, 1 bracha after. Sorry, 1 bracha before Shema, 2 brachas after Shema. You're getting 100 brachas a day.
I wish we could do that.
Mom, no, we do. Everybody does almost.
100 times.
Not exactly, but around. How many times you say Asher Yatzar in a day?
After the bathroom?
20 times? 50 times?
What
You know,
about
think about
what
that.
about saying amen?
I'm in the bathroom all day.
Also, you get No, that's not the same
saying
thing. You say Baruch Atah Hashem. Okay, let's say I eat mezainis every hour, on the hour. I get like 50 brachas a day. Boom. Without doing anything. I just ate bread the whole day.
That's right.
I say shakal every
What's
5
the
minutes.
zman after you ate mezainis? When is it over?
I think it's 17 minutes, 18 minutes.
15.
17 minutes.
17 minutes?
Some opinions 15, some opinions
I
18.
never knew that.
17.
Thank you
What?
for telling me. I clarify now.
And 72 minutes, some people say
72
after
for-
washing.
Yeah, well.
So, it says like this. There's a thought, there's a speech, there's an action. So the thought, what is the thought? You can understand such deep things that you can reach the level of pardes. They said there was a few rabbis who lived many years ago.
Level pardes?
Pardes is the deepest level of understanding.
Paradise.
And it's considered paradise. It's the Garden of Eden, basically. And there was 3 rabbis who went there.
Just 4, no?
4 rabbis who went there. One of them died.
They kill a lot.
One of them died. He wasn't able to get in. One of them became fry. He fried out. One of them became crazy, and Rabbi Akiva was the only one who was able to come out because he was the only one who had such a high level of understanding. And it says Rabbi Akiva, people like Rabbi Akiva don't have to work. Very few people don't have to work. Why? Because his whole work was avodas Hashem. That was his work. But most people, even Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, not except for Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, but let's say Rabbi Hillel, Beis Shammai, they all had stores. Shammai was a wine man. Hillel was a oil man. They would sell oil. He would cut wood. Hillel would cut wood.
And he would like leave it over Yom Tov.
Yes. In order not to steal one drop, he would hang it upside down the entire day. And if somebody didn't want him to hang it upside down a whole day till every drop fell out, he would give them extra. He would never steal a drop of oil. And from all the extra oil drops that he had, he saved it up and donated to the Beis Hamikdash. And he donated 16 big barrels from all the 1 drops that were left in the barrel.
That's a lot of collection.
So he was a big tzaddik. So this level of pardes is called an orchard. It comes from 4 letters: pashut, remez, drush, and soid, meaning respectively plain sense, intermission, homeopathical expression, and esoteric meaning. So these are 4 spiritual levels. There's one where it's obvious understanding, one is a deeper understanding, one is impossible to understand, and one level is just a general understanding.
So we're just doing general understanding.
Yes. So then all of his soul's 613 organs are closed in the 613 commandments of the Torah. So before we spoke about all the different levels of a soul, but now we want to understand how do we utilize our soul. Without a garment to utilize the soul is baseless. You can't just sit there meditating a whole day of not meditating. You can't sit there and empty your mind and not have any thought, not have any speech, not have any action, and you cannot serve God without any of these three as a faculty. So everything you do has to be through these your organs, through your body, through your everything. Continue. You want to read? Give me a Hebrew. What? He's not going to know where he's up to without
No, it's up to, namely.
We're up to specifically the Chabad of his soul.
Yeah, it's not the namely in the, something.
Namely in the
What page?
35.
Page 14 on the bottom. It says 14 on the bottom. Take your time.
Namely in the study of Torah, which is the equivalent of all the commandments. For love is the root of all the 248 positive commandments, all originating in it and having no true foundation without it. Inasmuch as he fulfills them in truth, who truly loves the name of God and desires to cleave to him in truth. For one cannot truly cleave to him except through the fulfillment of the 248 commandments, which are the 248 organs of the king.
Okay, stop.
That's my
Okay,
name.
so it says, "B'bchinas Chabad shebenafshoi milvushim bo hagoysis hatoyro shehi magishois bepardes ki moyochel hasoig v'shoyrish nafshis lamayla." Okay, so what is the specification that we have to do? The Chabad of his soul, the intellectual facilities, are closed in the comprehension of the Torah. So in order to connect to your Chabad of your soul, you have to understand the Torah, because then you can't connect to your soul. Because the soul is only accessible, it's like a gate. How are you going to get into the gate of your soul? People always say, I feel empty inside, my soul hurts. So do something about it. You have to use Chabad. But how do you do that? By actually understanding the Torah. Thinking about it and understanding it. And then you get to the level of Pardes, the 4 levels of Pardes of the Torah, to the extent that his mental capacity, according to the spiritual root of his soul. So everybody has a different level of understanding, of course. Of course. I'm not saying that. But you have to work to get some kind of
You
understanding.
have to learn it
Pardes.
first. Like
You don't have to get to all 4 levels, but you have to get to one level, at least
Sit
understand.
down and read it and learn it.
Yeah, you can't just
It doesn't come
you don't
to
float. You don't float. And by
I'm not a floater.
watching bad videos and doing all things, it doesn't help that soul.
Mm-mm.
By screaming out as loud as you could, that doesn't help anything.
Hallelujah!
People scream, my soul hurts. That doesn't do nothing for your soul because you can't get in. If you scream at the bouncer at the club, they're not letting you in. You say, I'm supposed to be here. If you pay him $100 or you convince him that you're a big macho man, they'll let you in.
Big and rich ones.
Or you,
I could show him your.
you show him your muscles, something.
Show 'em the money.
Yes.
Money works all the time.
Show 'em the money.
Show him your badge.
FBI. Take it back.
So not everybody has the mental capacity to reach such a high level, of course. But everybody can understand something. And your soul is according to your mind. So you should be able to access your soul on your level. Because God doesn't give you a soul that you can't access. You're not going to be able to access somebody else's soul who's higher, of course. They say if you don't have, but if you have a very strong feeling, you could affect somebody else's feeling. They feel that you're true, so they will get affected by that. But they're not going to understand. What you say with your brain is not going to do nothing for them. Like if I try to tell Shachar something, he's gonna laugh.
If you kill somebody.
Look at this Amaris. Look at this Amaris. He doesn't know nothing. He's gonna convince me. But if I tell Shachar, listen, I love you, I care about you, and Hashem is true. So he said, I know he likes me and he cares about me, but I don't know if Hashem is true. But since he said that is true, maybe the other things are true. I feel that that's what the first 2 things he said is true. I feel what he's saying makes sense. So maybe everything else makes sense too. So that's what.
Or you could say you hate me.
Yeah, I could say you hate you, and then I say God is real, and then you know it's true also. Because you see, I'm saying true things.
If you give me a kiss, I'll give it back.
Okay, so
A true kiss.
the midas, namely the emotion of fear, love of the Almighty, together with their offshoots, are closed in fulfillment of commandments in deeds and in word, meaning the study of Torah, which is the equivalent of commandments. So there are many deeds that a person could do. specifically through emotions. So not only there's love and fear of God, but from love and fear, there's many other things that, and many more expressions that come out of that feelings. There's many feelings that come out of love and fear. It's not just love and fear. There's many levels of love and fear. There's many things that are close to it, but it's not only love and fear. So, the fulfillment of commandment in deed and in word, meaning the study of Torah, is the equivalent to all the commandments. So when I learn Torah, maybe I can't express myself in every way. But when I learn the Torah, I fulfill everything. Because the Torah has everything in it. So when I connect with the Torah, I say the words of the Torah. It's the most powerful thing in the world because I can't connect with everybody. I can't connect with all my feelings and emotions. I can't think about everything. What I could do is read it, verbalize it, and be like, you know.
Pronounce the words.
Sometimes you just gotta say it.
When you say it, Hashem says it with you.
You ever go to a protest? The guy says, "No, no, 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 no," and everybody starts saying, "No, no, no." They have no idea what to say. But then everybody starts, everybody starts listening, and they don't know what it is. But
Kill the Jews. Kill the Jews. You know the kids. Kill the Jews.
Oranges. Kill the
Kill the
oranges.
Jews. This time you hear them singing the anthems about the Torah song.
What was that?
I don't know whatever the song was. They made up a song also about the forest. You hear the kids at people's houses singing the song also. They'll sing. It's very funny.
because some things you can't just think about, you have to verbalize. You can't say it. You can't understand it, but you can verbalize it. When somebody verbalizes something, first of all, you start to understand it. First of all,